elections. Earlier, he had served as a member of parliament for Lang'ata constituency within the city of Nairobi from 1992. However, the hallmark of Raila's life and career was not in executive mansions and offices. It was in the struggle for freedom and democracy in Kenya and across Africa. Many times telling the continent's dictators to set their people free. It earned him outright enemies, cynical friends and admirers in Africa and beyond. It is this record that saw him appointed as Special Peace Envoy of the African Union in February 2011, following the post-election crisis in Côte d'Ivoire. He juggled politics, entrepreneurship, and scholarship with ease. Besides his career in politics, Mr. Odinga is also a successful businessman, an entrepreneur, having founded the flagship family business, the East African Spectra, a manufacturer of gas cylinders for Kenya and the East African region. Subsequently, he founded Spectra International. Before that, he had taught at the University of Nairobi's Department of Mechanical Engineering between 1970 and 1974, and served at the Kenya Bureau of Standards, which he was instrumental in establishing. Even as he pursued all other careers, Raila understood that social, political, and economic changes in a country come through politics, and that although all politics is local, politics is also substantially international. So, even as he appeared to be rabble-rousing in the trenches of Kibra and Kondele, he understood that an hour comes when he needed to dust himself off and sit in boardrooms or take a plane to global capitals to negotiate politics and policies. He did that effortlessly, moving from dusty Kamkuji grounds to a meeting in diplomatic circuits of the country within an hour. It was normal for Raila to be tear-gassed, water-hosed, and even shot at, only for him to show up at the boardroom for meetings with his tormentors as if torture at the field did not happen. He understood the place of man-to-man negotiations in the quest to influence policy and power. Raila disagreed fundamentally with many politicians about the state of the Kenyan nation and how to transform it. But those disagreements never stopped him from sitting down with those he disagreed with or sympathizing with the views of fellow politicians. Raila believed in political parties as vehicles for advancing democracy and good governance. It is upon this belief that he was a founder member of the Forum for the Restoration of Democracy, that is FORD, which later changed to FORD Kenya in 1991. Party in 1996. The Liberal Democratic Party in 1997, and in 2005, his present political vehicle, the Orange Democratic Party of Kenya. In 2013, he led his party into a coalition with other parties to form the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy, that is CORD, on whose ticket he ran for president. He challenged the election results at the Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of his opponents. He accepted the verdict and took up the leadership of the opposition. He contested the 2017 presidential election on the ticket of the National Super Alliance, that is NASA, which election ended up being nullified by the Supreme Court, but he stayed out of the subsequent contest. Mr. Odinga was once again picked by his coalition, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, for the presidency in 2022, whose results were confirmed against him by the Supreme Court. He accepted the verdict and has led the opposition coalition. Raila's early life prepared him to be a consummate African and citizen of the world, with early education in Kisumu and Siaya before leaving for Germany, where he began his high school education at the Herder Institute in Leipzig. He later transitioned to the Otto von Guericke University in Magdeburg in the then East Germany, where he obtained a Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, specializing in production technology. In February 2024, Raila visited and extensively toured the two institutions, reliving his days there and recalling that when he arrived in Otto von Guericke, there were not more than 5 black students in the whole college. As a leader, Raila believed in exercise duty, selflessness, sacrifice, collective leadership, humility, honesty, discipline, and hard work. Other than Kenya, Raila's other great love was Africa. He celebrated the continent's potential. He mourned the death of leadership on the continent and felt the pain of its people being left behind by less endowed regions of the world because of failure of leadership. Indeed, the last major political project Raila quietly embarked on days before his death was a third biography dedicated purely to Pan-Africanism and what needs to be done to take the continent forward. In October 2018, Raila was appointed as the African Union High Representative for Infrastructure Development in Africa. He moved into the position with the swiftness and certainty of fish in water. He named the continental highway network corridors, railways, and airports as if they were here in Kenya. He was at ease with Africa's trade deficit figures in comparison to other parts. In politics, Raila communicated the importance of reconciliation, forgiveness, and putting country over self. He forgave his jailers forward. He emphasized that building a progressive country demanded that leaders rise above anger and the desire for revenge. He also believed strongly that the preservation of a nation requires the triumph of pragmatism over ideology. That when the nation is under extreme threat, leaders must embrace extreme compromise. He believed power was not an end, but a means to an end, and it should be used towards the desired end. He believed power should be used to ensure the existence of the nation, not the demise of the nation. He wanted power to be used to ensure progress, prosperity, and peace of any among nations, and not for any causes that would yield contrary outcomes. We will cherish Raila in the heart of our nation, and I believe in the heart of many African nations. Thank you. Long live Raila.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the former President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, Your Excellency, Dr. Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, and Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kindiki, and all protocols observed, I now take this opportunity to invite my nephew Junior to come and make his eulogy and to eulogize his father, and then we'll give you the next one. I'm standing here on behalf of the larger Odinga family, but we are starting with the Raila's family for eulogizing. So, Junior, where are you? Thank you.
Josurwa Amoso Jokanyanyam Amoso Nyikwa Ramogi Wuntie Kamano Ingan City Boy to Wangi Weloma dignitaries. So, but for now, allow me to continue the rest of my speech in English. Gimodwarani Wachung, let's just take a moment of silence for our late patriots. So if you could all just stand up for one moment of silence. Kogalo. Kogalo. Pero Kamano. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, welcome to Bondo 001, watu wa Pwani, Karibuni County 041. I think everyone has seen the past 3 days. We have brought Baba's body home. I've traveled with Baba's body halfway around the world from India. It came home. You all watched through the expressway, Kasarani Stadium, Nyayo Stadium. We flew to Kisumu, and now, finally, Baba is home. And for that reason, I would like to say a very big thank you, Erokamano, to His Excellency, President William Ruto, and the entire government of Kenya, and the people of this great nation of Kenya. Wawachni William Erokamano Achel, Erokamano William, Wadi, Erokamano William. You can see me here. I'm dressed in white because I feel the past 3 days we have mourned Baba, we have cried for Baba. I myself have been very exhausted, but I've stood strong. Nikech, I know that's what I wanted. And today, we're not mourning, we are celebrating a life well lived. We are celebrating Baba at 80. Because Baba lived, and he lived his life throughout. So the rest of us, tonight, we are celebrating Baba and his legacy. Before I continue, just allow me to invite one person up on stage. My sweetheart, my beautiful, my lovely Chungwa. Someone who understands me. Nyaber, Nyamalo. Wave to them, sweetheart. Erokamano. I'm sure you all understand who Baba's immediate family is. Those or his children rather. Those my late brother Fidel, followed by Rosemary, followed by myself, and then there's Winnie. But we also have Baba's grandchildren. Unfortunately, I cannot see them right now, but I'll mention to you their names. There is Safi Odinga. Then there is Alai Odinga. Then there is Senai Odinga. And then there is Lion Amolo Odinga. And lastly, Wangi Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And that is the grandchildren, Majakom. I'd like the former staff, Ma Baba, wherever you are, if you could just stand up. I know I wouldn't have time to mention all of you, but if I see you, I know Ntie Bagi, Ntie Dennis, there is Juma, there is Wanamondo. There are so many of them. And for me, what I want to say is thank you to the former staff of Baba for taking care of Baba and for just being around us and the family. Ntie Ogeta, Ntie Juma. So you know who you guys are, and I'd like to say thank you to all of you. Erokamano. I want to finish. Mara, in the spirit of Baba, I want to say Erokamano. Because Baba gave all of us his life. Today is to say thank you back to Baba from all of us. So, refrain kawono and Erokamano Baba. One time, Erokamano Baba. Erokamano Baba. Okay. For Baba, you gave all of us your life. You stayed with us and you showed us how to live a good life. And for that, we are extremely thankful. Erokamano Baba. Baba, you left us with your vitandawilis. We will miss them. Your joy, your laughter, and we will greatly miss you. And all the dancing styles that you used to have. Erokamano Baba. You taught all of us the Constitution and how to be lawyers and to follow and stand for what we know. I'm stammering like Baba. Erokamano Baba. And lastly, I know Baba is smiling because he's given us so many holidays, and now he has given us Easter in October. So for that we are thankful. Erokamano Baba. I'd like, as I've finished, I'd like to introduce, call one person up to stage. A lot of us were jealous about her because she was Baba's best friend. She was Baba's confidant, secretary, PA, doctor. So please join hands. She's one of the toughest women I've ever met. She's a very strong lady and we were all jealous of her. Please give a round of applause to my sister, Honorable Mheshimiwa Winnie Kazi Odinga.
I always forget salutations, but Your Excellency, dignitaries, fellow mourners, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Dotura, untie, Baba Nendo. Oyweyo ajigi ere ajigi enkai viene acá. Give him a mic. Give him a mic.
Joey! Joey! Joey Negwambo! Joey! Joey! Yamolo! Amolo Jo! Amolo Uruganda Jo! Amolo Jo! Amolo Jo! Ruto Jo! Wajumbe Jo! Agweyo mogik nikech Amolo kamora mora mane entie no luonga mondo agwe atimo niero kamano Winnie kuom timo gimitimo ni adwa ni mondo agwe na Amolo.
juogi dwaro ni mondo ayud sigara maber. Nikech Amolo nohero sigweya, to adwaro sigweya maber, sigweya mana akwongo gweyone. Yamogi wuok oko biune wang'e lech, keuje koneo makowirwath, yanye kula logo agomo mono, Raila kod wuoyo to en mana ler, rawierawa. Jowi, keugonea, Amolo koko mar jonanda ruodhi. Yamogi wuok oko biune wang'e lech, keuje koneo makowirwath, yanye kula logo agomo mono, Raila kod wuoyo to en mana ler, rawierawa. Orao Moi, orao Kibaki, orao Uhuru, kawuono omiyowa broad-based government. To Amolo mosnwa jodongo man malo, piny osiko to ok sikie. Obiajura unachulo kwa bono dikonyisa kwa the head how much the money nyara kumkokote kwa to jokalongni. Ajiki kobi amo.
Jothurwa, ang'eyo ni un gi lit kendo un gi rem. Beduru mana gi kwe kende, Nyasaye biro miwa loch. Ji osebedo kawuoyo marach ewi bondo ka. Wakuod wigi kendo wanyisi gi ni bondo ka nigi sibor. They wrote for me a speech, but today I have nothing to say. I want to thank you all, and there are a few people here I would like to specifically thank. To the staff of Baba, led by George Okong Opondo, Mr. Andrew Mondo, thank you for your loyalty and support. To Dennis Onyango, Keto Onyango, Morris Ocheng, Jack Nyamburi, Florence Olang, Ibrahim Auma, Jeff Foyer, Manuel Wanson, and others, thank you. To the staff of East Africa Spectre, Joff, and all the other officers, thank you. To Washington, Martin, Victor, Rose, Jackie, David, Caleb, Steve, Joanne, Joyce, and others, thank you. And finally, to the late George Odor, Eric Ominde, Juma, and my partner, Maurice Ogeta. On behalf of the Odinga family, thank you all for your love and service. Your Excellency, our people appreciate you honoring our father. Thank you for standing with us. You should also know, in case you are wondering, I'm ready to come back home, if you are wondering. To all the leaders we visited around the world, I will return personally to thank you. Thank you, Kenya. God bless you all. God bless the Republic. God bless Baba's legacy. Long, the king is dead, but long live the crown. Thank you.
fellow mourners, Joey, Yathura Joey, I want to take this opportunity now to invite Winnie Odinga, I mean not Winnie, Rosemary Odinga to come and also give her eulogy. Karibu Rosemary.
His Excellency, excuse me, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, Deputy, Dr. Kithure Kindiki, as well as Madam Kithure Kindiki, all heads of state who are here, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I said yesterday it was very hard for us as a family. Nonetheless, the day has come, and I want to just share with you a little bit about who our father was to us. Our father was someone who believed in us as individuals. As many who have spoken ahead and those who will speak after will let you know. And that is why today we have friends from all over. Our father listened keenly to what we had to say individually, after which he helped us sharpen our ideas. He also helped us to think broadly and find solutions, and to work. As you can see through his life, that is what he did. He worked with others. And because of that, we will continue to work together and to work with others, because that was his legacy. Not only that, our father also taught us to love the entire country as well as the continent of Africa. Today I want to urge all of you who are here and those who are watching in the screens from wherever they might be. I want you to look within you and search for what makes you better and search for what makes you stronger. Because when we do that, we would like us to be better, stronger. I want to thank you all, as well as Baba. Asante sana, Baba. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I want to take this opportunity to invite my sister, Honorable Ruth Adhiambo Odinga, who was with Jacom in India, and Jacom died in their presence with Winnie. Can you please come, Ruth, and say a word of hello?
To His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Deputy President, President Uhuru, all Okwe Uru, Kapo Kaloso, so that hero ni mondo I introduce An go wadwa manaluwo. Wadwa manaluwo iluongo no sewe. Osewe nenigi nod nindo to negi jaode. Odwa mana no mosu daka achiel. 1 minute.
Okay. To His Excellency, the President, Mama Ida, and everybody. Nyinga entabu wesewe, and your Jacom, Adiambo Manelu Ojaoda. I'm also the area MCA. So I take this opportunity to welcome you all here because this is my ward. To Mama Ida, Ohula, Omuomoa, Takwa Imama Minpin, Nikikiwe Ulani, Odikodwa. Ne Dr. Buru, ne Dr. Wenwa, Beryl, Adiambo, and the entire Odinga family. Let us keep together as always. To Raila's 3 children, we are not only proud of you, but we love you very much and we expect to see Baba in you. Ayora mola, you are eating kionge toji openja. Mayora mola, you are eating konge toji chayo. Ayora mola, you are eating kionge toji ocha. Mayora mola, you are eating kionge to jogi kinya. Joey. Thank you very much, everybody.
I'm also, many of you here never knew that I have a right hand. My right hand is here today. Alme nakendoga yoga nakuja. We want to most of the chiel, then Raila Manomiago. Just 1 minute. That's it.
Okay. Jambo. I'm pleased to be here with special greetings from Ghana and from the Buzia family and the royal family of Inchi to the great man who is lying down there. And I'm so pleased to be here, a man who stood for justice for the whole of Africa. So I'm so pleased and honored to be part and parcel of this process, saying a farewell to one of our finest and greatest. He was a man, a fine person with a finer mission and the finest vision for our continent. That's why we're all here today, and also here with the family. Thank you.
Sankara, Raila, Odinga, Buzia. Joey! Thank you.
My water Martin, Achake Nagola. Gola was my third born brother.
Alongoni Papa Patron, Antrogo Macho Go, Korago Imos, Winter. I go Imos, Aerocommano.
Thank you. You can go and sit. Yeah. I will delete and get back. Raila Molo Nyatiwa Ninja no siepna. Nekitwa chal. Opon tatuon. Kono nuwa luo rekata. Samoro we are not take to marebe take. Molo. Luo. Luo Odinga. Gimeri. Hey, nyatemo totama. Baba Nyasai no heri. Idi Odinga wonu. Idi Irmeri. Imos Gidute, Imos Tobias, Imos Albat. Imoso muodo galogo. Iwe ni se chandria hinya. Ichandri ne Kenya do Kenya no kata. Muodo dingi chandri ne Kenya. Itoki chandri ne Kenya. Kata kamano. Joey! Imichame Mari! Modong Girigen! Alwog Imichame Mari! Modong Girigen! Sakwa Winja Malid! Sakwa Lo Jajwok! Yawa Sakwa Nyolurulo! Lo Jajwok! Do Raila Mawodo Odinga Lo Nyolurulo! Lo Jajwok! I don't want to say much, but I'm going to say this. I was with Raila throughout most of the time. Even when we left Fort Kenya, I was with him. We went to NDP together. And I remember in 97 when he came to Nakuru, myself and the Honorable Ouda now, who used to be my youth, we went to Massive Ferguson and told them we wanted to test their Tinga. They gave us the Tinga. We went and got him as he was entering Nakuru and took him up to Stay Hotel with the Massive Ferguson Tinga. I went living in Uganda, Tanzania, and ended up in Zimbabwe. When my brother was supposed to be taken back to detention in 1990, he was asked where he wanted to go. He said, I'm going to Norway to my sister. Raila became a refugee in Norway, staying with me, Ruth Odinga. I'm just saying this to show you that this was a stoic man. The family has suffered because he sacrificed himself. Some of you are looking here, you don't know what Mama Ida has gone through. I used to know, I stayed with her. Being alone without your husband for all those years, mentioning. Some of these men, my fellow colleagues, even MPs here, to hear just about a cell, I was saying, you know, Raila would go to Yedoga Jela, he got Kaito, Donga Jela, he got Shell, Ario, Nakochiko, Monodichoko, Hogdito, or Tuan Kosoko, or Tuan Kosoko, or Chandana Kenya Kosoko Chandana Kenya. Nyakamane Koro Mogitni Raila toka poni wagomna Kenya. Na ticket. Ago kamana na jamana Raila out to last minute. Jamoko goga jamani around Raila. To maganyi tin Raila. Sala njiwe wakani salo okay. Never do Raila kamana mora. Ago na yo kamano. Ago kayo kamano. Neogeta. Maurice. Ogeta Maurice wano analuanga ni ground. No changes in the Ogeta. Sanity ne chopa iwa ground. Chingni duoge yuda ground. Ogeta kiwani neno. The doctor Lunya. Iwini nyaka ward. Gazi yango. Onge gimati neno ngamatuan Raila kakoro nindo pinjo kama okika wondu onge gimate. Wako nikoro baba zigikwe. Okno yotnwa. Doturwa. Ana nyocho luonga laktar ma Odinga. Ane laktar ma thiedho ji te chakre Dr. Gurmo wado manikani. Nyamera ma nyicha nan go India. Iluongo ni Raila chieng'. Podo tuo ko nya chop. To nyamera kane tuo to monya yath. To openyen pese penjo laktar. Kanyo dhi nyoro na ticket. Monda dhi abed kode kaka laktar. And what you said about our party must remain. You told me that at 8 in the evening, the day before you passed on in the morning. It was a weak party. We must be united. ODM must be united. And it must be strong. And if it is not strong, strong. ODM! 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 ODM must unite. We cannot have an ODM in Guinea-Wuko, another ODM being led by some other people, another ODM being led by the few people who think they own the party. ODM belongs to all of us. Some of you who want to take it now don't even know how we started ODM. ODM in Mara. And we are going to go to any negotiation table with a strong, united, one ODM. That's why I wouldn't be anymore.
To invite my sister, Dr. Wenwa Akinyi Odinga Oranga, is a long name. Dr. Wenwa Akinyi, or we call her also Dodi. Ma'am, where are you?
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, William Samoei Ruto, and all protocol observed. Jothurwa, and when Wakinyi, Mandamino Wadga Kinyi, Usevijo Ganyang no, Usevijo Nyangmano Wadga Kinyi, Ani Akinyi no, God do I introduce, Ane Maduong, from Jaramogi, Ane Maduong, Yawu Manotelo, Oburu Neduong, Kai Raila, Kai Agola, Rokwom Nyiri Ane Maduong, Omyo Entija, it is my responsibility to introduce the other Jaramogi's daughters. I'm here, they are here.
All protocols observed. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Your Excellency, former President of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, my sister-in-law, Canon Dr. Aida Odinga, and the all distinguished guests. I'm Pauline Oginga. I'm a County Chief Officer, Public Service Administration, County Government of Mombasa. So I would wish just to say that we've been students of the late. He was a brother, he was a mentor, he was a supporter. He's someone who encouraged me to realize my potential. So in losing him today, I've not just lost a brother, but I've lost a strong support system. Our father died when we were young, and our brothers took over. So today, I feel bereaved twice. So for all of us who are his students, it's upon us to make sure that our spine is strong. We implement that he's taught us. Long live the king and long live the crown. The king has gone, but the crown is still there. Jaramogi family will fight on. We'll stand strong, and we will prove that the genes are very strong. Thank you. Thank you. I'll write on the protocol already observed. I will not talk, but I will just clarify on my name because when I was reading the eulogy, I didn't make it clear. My name is Emily Anyango Oginga, and I'm a sister to the late Honorable Raila Odinga. I'll just say sorry. Sorry to the whole world. Sorry to Kenya. Well, Jakawur, Erokamano.
So I also have my people here, my children. Let them introduce themselves.
Aya, kwa majina naitwa Jaramogi Orango. Kama ningekuwa najua ati nitaongea, ningeenda niulize Uhuru anisaidie na ile uji alikunywa na Raila. Juu sasa siwezi simama hapa niseme ati naogopa kuongelesha nyinyi wote. Kusema ukweli niko na jasho, natoa jasho ingine mbaya sana hapa juu. Lakini kama ningesema hapana, mjue hata mimi mamangu ako hapa na hata mimi nataka kuisha hadi 80. Mimi nataka kufika 80 na kama nimesema ati sitaki kuongea, hata mimi mngeniweka tu pale tu. So mimi nataka tu kusema kuna tu mtu mmoja unajua Raila ni mtu labda ulikuwa unampenda ama uko unampendi, lakini ni lazima ulikuwa unamheshimu. Hivi tu vile tunapendanga kupinga serikali, unajua ni huyu mtu ndio alituletea hiyo, he gave us that ability to do that. Na sitaki kusikia ati sijui alikuwa napenda ukabila ama sijui nini. Kuna kitu kama hiyo. So napenda tu kusema asante kwa baba na nataka ku pass my condolences kwa Auntie Aida na kila mtu mwingine. Asanteni sana kwa kukuja na kwa kunikusikiza. Asante.
Thank you. Then there's my daughter, Miriam. Oh, let her introduce herself, but she's also a musician.
I'm also Ujite. I'm also kwa majina naitwa Miriam Wenwa Oranga. I am the niece to late Baba. So I won't say much, lakini niko na dedication ningependa kupeana kwa kila mtu. Just sema poleni sana kwa familia na we are walking this path together. So poleni sana kama familia na wananchi. Asanteni. I'm singing. All right. Hallelujah. 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 I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor chord, and the major lift. Baffled king composing, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Rest in peace, Baba. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so now I'll have to say something. By the way, this is the most difficult eulogy that I have ever played. I'm not a Yake guy, actually for the first time, I'm in Yokatekna. My father used to call Oburu wood komolo on Ndugu, and he used to call Raila Wood Luo. So then quickly the names changed to Wodi and Aluo. So me, I grew up knowing Raila as Aluo. Oburu was mostly away in school in South Nyanza. He didn't spend much time with us, but Raila would be left to look after us, to cook for us whenever my mother was away. And then Oburu said the other day that Raila lived news, even from the time he was a little child. Let me tell you, whenever he was left to look after us, and he's going to cook and it's news time, he would put me there to listen to news and then tell him later what had been said. Can you imagine? I'm supposed to listen to the radio, to the news, and when he comes, I'm supposed to tell him what was said in news. I was not more than 6 years old, I'm sure. I would hear the name of the newscaster. He was called Cosmas Bala, or what they call Work. And then I used to hear the name Accra, Ghana. And then I used to hear an advertisement, Vaseline hair tonic. But my English was poor. So when he came, I would only tell him those things, but then I would say Vaseline hair tonic instead of Vaseline hair tonic. And then Oburu will tell you maybe how Raila was strong-headed. In school, there was a rule that when you are caned by the teacher, you were supposed to get up, salute, and say, "Thank you, teacher," which he refused to do. Every time he would get up, walk away, saying things about the teacher, maybe just mumbling. And the teacher would call him back, cane him again, until the teacher gave up. Maybe Oburu will tell you more. Then, so Raila was a very, very disciplined. When he was a lecturer at the University of Nairobi, and also later when he was a director with Kenya Bureau of Standards, staying in his house was a nightmare. He would wake us up at 4 a.m. No matter what time he went to sleep, there would be a commotion. He's already going to take his morning jog and maybe take the dog also for jogging. And then by 6 a.m. he's ready to leave for work. He was working at the Kenya Bureau of Standards. So when you work under him, you could, if you are is already there. 6 o'clock. You cannot die there on time. Introduced an attendance register. I mean, you had to clock in. You had to clock in and you knew exactly what time you had come. So, the third one, the fourth one. Sorry. Then, let me say that as a family, I know most of you won't believe it, but we also used to have our differences. We have, even now, we have our differences. And we can have very hot arguments. Raila and I, sometimes we used to have very hot arguments. You'll see that when he's telling us, he's trying to explain some of even his political moves, he'll be looking at me because he knows me, I would not spare him. I used to tell him whether he wanted to hear it or not. So one time he came to my house and then we were having a hot argument until my mate thought we were going to exchange fists. And he went to the toilet, I could hear him. We went back to the cat, I refused, and then you can't believe it, that the following day, we were talking on the phone, laughing as if nothing had happened. That's the way he was. He was magnanimous. He was forgiving. So what I want to say is, because I know the overwhelming love that Raila was received, many, he is very happy. But Raila, because he was so compassionate, I'm sure the only thing that is making him unhappy is that some of the people who came to receive him back got hurt by our security organs. I know you are supposed to be peaceful, but even our security organs, surely, you are well trained. You should be able to control around the crowd without killing them, without shooting, without hurting them. So as Raila's tribute and respect for Raila, let that be the last time that such a thing happens. I think that would be a befitting remembrance for Raila. Let me just say that there are a few people, Ogeta, Morris, your father, you were behind him, even at the last minute. The last talk, the last jog, the last step he took, you were behind him. Winnie Chogo, thank you very much for being with your dad when he was sick. As for Adiabo Nyakamami, Ruth, I don't know what to tell you. We planned with you together that you should rush to India and take care of Raila, and you are updating me every day and several times a day. And even that last day, when you told me he had collapsed, you kept on calling me. I was the first person you called until the last minute when you called, and now you are just crying. You did not talk, you are crying. So the two of us, we just wept. We wept for the second last son of our mother, Mary. Now, what Komolo do, Oburu? You have been guiding us very well as a father. Please, I know that is your best friend and he has gone, but you please continue keeping us together as a family. Mama Ida, you are a strong lady and you have a beautiful family. Please continue putting us all together. I think that Odinga Tieko. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, my sister. I now want to take this opportunity to invite Taurei, who is the son of my sister Achieng, and Achieng is not able to come because she is a bit indisposed, and she is bringing her condolences through her son to Taurei to tell you one or two things. Taurei, please.
Hello, Your Excellency, fellow dignitaries, my family and friends. I'm here representing Beryl Cheng Odinga. I'm her son, her last born. Other daughters couldn't make it at the moment, but we're here representing her. I'd just like to tell you all that Baba was Mom's best friend. He really cared about her, saw her through thick and thin, and even right now, I'm married to someone from Game. She's back there, her name is Brenda, and Baba contributed heavily to our marriage. To this day, you can still hear him telling us the same things over and over. Your marriage is the strongest thing that you have in this life. And I just want to thank him for that and everything that he contributed towards our family. Thank you.
All protocols observed, I would now want to say a few words about my brother Raila. I want to tell the mourners today that I have lost my best friend in life. I will never have any other friend like Raila. And it is with heavy heart that I stand before you to mourn him, and I really feel like not saying anything because my best friend is gone. I would like to tell you people just a little bit about Raila. I cannot say it because it is too much. I cannot tell you, it can take the whole day. But I want to tell you that from childhood, Raila was a very, very caring boy. But he was also very principled. If he felt that he was being misused, he refused. For instance, one time, my father used to live in Kisumu, and we were living with my brother Raila in Nyamira here. And we used to go to Maranda school every morning in the dews before we reached school. We reached school when we were very wet. And one day, because my father used to come back home here every weekend, and when he came back that weekend, he expected us to be picking cotton, because this area used to be a up so early to go and pick cotton, because Mzee was very strict. Everybody had to go and pick cotton. But Raila was still sleeping. So when Mzee asked him why he is not picking cotton, he told Mzee, Baba, don't you know it is very difficult to pick cotton? Why don't you also try to pick it? And Mzee was not amused. So Mzee disciplined him a little for that statement. Again, the other time, my mother was going for a funeral to Alego, and he went to school and asked permission so that we could look after our siblings, the children, who are my sister Kinyu, who has just spoken here, and the other Achieng, whose son has spoken here. Those who are still small kids. So when we missed school for one day, the next day when we went to school, the same teacher gave us a lot of beatings, why we missed class. But my mother was not amused. So my mother went there to quarrel, but before then, when this teacher was disciplining us in class, he expected us to salute him after he has given you the beating. You do the saluting. But Raila refused to salute the teacher. So the teacher was not abused. The teacher called him, come again for another beating. He came back, and again, the teacher gave him another beating. He refused to salute. The third time, when the teacher gave him the last beating, he told the teacher that you are caning me for nothing, and my mother asked you for permission. So don't cane me again. And I can tell you that my brother also liked school. He liked school and he never missed school. Unlike my other brother, Angola, who did not enjoy school very much, but whenever my father put him to discipline, he went to school and studied, and that time he becomes number one. So can you imagine somebody who is a bottom, and next term he is number one? And Raila was always number one in class during those days. And Raila loved sport so much so that when we came back to Nyamira, we had a field where we were practicing jumping, we were practicing pole vault, we were practicing triple jump and other athletics. So Raila became a member of the management of the Athletics Association later, and he was a great lover of football. His team was called Arsenal. Raila was and he was also a patron of Gor Mahia. He also became a patron of Gor Mahia. And recently, you remember, when Kenya was participating in the football match for Africa, he was with His Excellency the President at Kasarani Stadium to cheer. And whenever they were there with His Excellency, Kenya team won. It is only the day when His Excellency missed the football and Raila also missed the football that the Kenya team lost. But, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to bore you with the long speeches. We were with Raila in Germany. If you people see, he has some mark on his head. There is another mark here on his mouth. The one on his mouth was in Kisumu when we were playing at the place where Ofafa Memorial Hall is now placed. And we were playing and jumping over mango trees. And Raila fell down, and I had to carry him on my back. And other people were laughing at me that Raila, that Uhuru was crying. I know Raila, wewe umeumia. Raila, again, wewe umia. But there it was, and the other one was in Germany. He met that accident. But he was a very brave man. I tell you, one day, when 1982, when there was an attempted coup, and my brother was arrested and charged with the treason, I tell you that was another very, very bad moment for us. I went to see my brother at committee prisons. And when he was in the black uniform, which is only for people who are in the death row, and I saw him in that uniform, and I cried. He was laughing and telling me, this is nothing, all this will go. I told him, how will it go and you are on the death row? I was really shaken when I saw him in that type of uniform. But Raila was so brave when he was fighting for justice. He braved it and he never feared anything. Even if he saw police throwing tear gas and doing whatever, Raila would face it. He would face it head on. He would not go back. Even when some of us were so scared. Raila would go ahead and continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank these people. First, I would like to thank His Excellency the President, who has stood with us right from the time I told him that Raila was sick. We were with him and Raila, we sat down and we organized and he agreed. And he is the one who organized the transport who flew Raila to India for treatment. I also want to tell you that the president kept a vigil and he always checked on Raila to know what was happening with him. The day Raila died, I first of all called him and told him he was in a very critical condition. I was told by my sister, Akinyi, that Adhiambo had called from India. So I called Adhiambo, and then within no time, Akinyi told me again that Adhiambo called and Akinyi was wailing. I called the president again and informed him, and he was very sad. But he organized everything. All this arrangement would have been too heavy for the family. I don't know whether I would have not collapsed if this was placed on my shoulder to take care of this big crowd here. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. I also want to thank the chairman of the National Funeral Committee, Professor Kithure Kindiki, who tirelessly worked and made sure that everything was organized and well arranged as it is now. I also want to thank the security. The security which did this, the army, all the armed forces, all these are under instructions of the president. Thank you again for all that you did to us. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, who led a team to collect the body of my brother Raila from India back here home, and he was accompanied by the ministers, Mukomen. Thank you very much, everybody who was in India to bring the body of Raila home. You did well. Also, my special thanks go to Dr. David Olunya, who is a personal doctor of my brother, and he has been with him all through. He went to India, but he has been with him even earlier than that. They were together in Dubai. They were together at Nairobi Hospital. So thank you, David. Thank you for everything that you did. I also want to thank Ogeta. Ogeta is our relative, Yake Waka. He is the one who was taking care of Jacom up to the last moment when Jacom took his last breath. I also want to thank Jeff Oyer. I want to thank Winnie, particularly Winnie, the niece. Winnie is a very brave lady. She was there with Jacom when there was a session in Arusha where they were supposed to go for a session. I asked her, Winnie, are you not going? She told me, look at, then she just pointed at the father and said, him. I'm not going because of him. I have to be with him. And that is before Raila went to India. And she was there from that date. She took care of her father, and she was very, I think she was very caring. She did everything that is humanly possible to do. Thank you, Winnie, for everything. And my sister, Adhiambo, who also bought a ticket and went to see Raila. She sought her own visa, and she went there, and she was with him up to the last minute. Thank you, my sister. Thank you very much. I also want to thank Okech Sala from Migori, who was very close to Raila. He had arranged all the tickets, and he was with Raila all through. Okay, Sala, thank you very much. I want to thank the National Assembly, Speaker, or the members who also organized and went to collect Raila's body, Aaron Cheriot, and Junet, Honorable Junet, though we did not go, but the majority leader in the National Assembly. And I also want to thank all the visitors who have come, and Your Excellency, the security which has been taking care of Raila. So I would like to plead with you. They have done a great job. They have kept vigil and they have been there for him all through. So, Your Excellency, please give them promotion 1 grade. Just 1 grade would be too much. So, with those very many words, I would like now say bye-bye to my brother, bye-bye my best friend, bye-bye my confidant, bye-bye my everything, my advisor. And I would want to ask God the Almighty to put your soul in peace, and please greet for us our people who went before you, my mother, Mary Odinga, my father, Jaramogi, who went before us, and all our siblings who are there, and all the great leaders who are your friends, like Julius Nyerere. Greet them all for us. Thank you. May God take care of you, because you are a good man. You are a good man and a truthful man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I want to take this opportunity to call the spouse of Raila. She became more or less a widow when Raila was detained. At that time, Raila was only 37 years old. And this lady was younger than that. And some of you are so hot, you could not have. Now, as you come, I forgot to introduce my spouses. Dr. Ann Oburu, where are you? Dr. Ann. And Judy. Where is Judy? Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Ida Odinga, canon, who is a canon of our church, Anglican Church, and I would now to come and address the gathering.
Sayuti memak bini osina katalwen gega katali chobutuna magawe yoni yesu dokoro imari mona donjo edana kuriri imari gena katalwen gega katalisho butona magawe yoni Yesu msalaba kurere imadi mona donjo edala ere imadi gengna katalwen genga katalisho butona magaweyo ni Yesu emsalaba.
God is good. God is good all the time. I know he said that is his nature. And even at a time like this, let's not forget our God is there and our God is still good. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. I want to begin by thanking the people of Kenya, the people of Africa, and the citizens of the world who have joined to help me bury my husband, the father of my 4 children, Right Honorable Raila Odinga. I never imagined that this would fall on me to lead the family and the world in burying Raila. I hoped it would be the other way around. With pain, without lamentation, I accept the will of God. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the government for going out to accord my husband, our father, Right Honorable Odinga, such a dignified send-off. Indeed, in this part of the world, we've never seen something like this. We've never seen a dignified send-off like what we see here in Bondo. Mr. President, thank you very much for according Raila this kind of send-off. Mr. President, my family is grateful to you for being a man of his word and a man who stands with friends after committing yourself to do so. Thank you. I want to thank the leaders of Kenya. I was looking around and said, whose name do I mention? But all of you are being very close to Raila. When I look back, I see people who are very close to Raila as friends and colleagues in the life of Kenya. I want to thank specifically former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's a true friend. He stood by us. Yes, thank you. I want to thank once again all leaders from Kenya and across the world who have taken their time to mourn with us and to mourn with the family. And for this kind thought, you have spared your time to be here today. I know there are many, many leaders from other parts of Africa. His best friend, Papa Olusegun Obasanjo. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. He comes from Nigeria, for those of you who remember. And if you remember, after Jaramogi's death, he was here and opened the museum. I also want to thank Her Excellency, Mrs. Morgan Shangarai from Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for being with us. I know there are many others, and I'm going to write special special letter to all others when the time comes, because I'm not able to mention them by word. Your words, your letters, your social media posts has gone a long way in lessening our pain and lifting our spirits. Thank you very much for that. Raila has been my husband for the last 52 years. Many of you who are here are younger than 52 years. You could easily have been our children. Like all the couples and families, we also had our ups and downs. But we've learned one thing, and that is we must talk straight to one another. We must forgive and move on. Now, juggling the family life and public life exert extreme pressure and demands on us from time to time. I know most of the time we used to say Raila is more of public life, political life, than he is for family life. But every time he came, he gave us what we deserved. I remember he attends to each one of us individually according to our needs. And that is not only his children and grandchildren, but also to his brothers and sisters. When Oburu was here, he didn't emphasize. But I think the next person, after loving me, the other person that he loves, leave alone his children, is Dr. Oburu. Raila would not do anything without consulting with Dr. Oburu. And if you wanted to know more, and you wanted to get to know what he's going to do, you had, if you are clever, you talk to Dr. Oburu first to talk to him, so that he softens the way for you to talk to him. Through all this, what remained unchanged was our commitment to each other. On our belief that he had seen through and vows, and we made each other at the start. It worked for us. It was through the timeless years of detention, years of exile, and decades of commitment to the people of Kenya and the people of Africa. The detention years and years in this exile tested our family in a way only a family can appreciate. It was not easy. But all the time, when he was away, either in detention or in exile, I knew he would always come back. This time, I'll have to join him wherever he has gone, because he'll never come back. But the spirit lives on. When I first met Raila, some 54 years ago, I didn't see his political side. I didn't see it coming either. He was not a politician in any form. I knew his father was, but him was different. And with my friends, then I was at the University of Nairobi, we were young, idealistic ladies who swore not to marry. We swore to marry calm, professional men, not those who give to the loudness of politics. I swore I had time, we had no time for the people who are doing political science, the lawyers, and so forth. We didn't know what was coming. In my group, and they know them, the group of the sisters, were with at the University of Nairobi, people like Claire Udwol, Gladys Okoth, Deborah Kiai, and so forth. You know you were very well. Out of my group, I was the first one to marry. I married an engineer, a man of calm demeanor and reflective character. They all congratulated me because of that. Little did I know I was marrying a political engineer who would proceed to make engineering of Kenya his lifelong project. I didn't know. From the turn of events, I came to understand firsthand that they mean, when I came to understand firsthand the meaning of still waters runs deep. He was a calm person, but as we lived, I realized he was a deep thinker of a different kind. From this turn of events, I come to understand firsthand that Raila was not just an ordinary engineer, but a political engineer. I evolved, adapted, and handled challenges that came my way, courtesy of being Raila Odinga's wife. And those challenges were many. I know if you are to ask the spouses of these politicians down here, they will tell you the challenges are many and not easy to cope with. I learned that if you're a spouse or political politician, inherit his friends, but don't inherit his enemies. Why do I say this? Because you'll be standing there, you'll be sitting there at home, thinking so-and-so is an enemy of my friend, my husband, because he belongs to a different political party or he comes from a different area. I tell you, you will be wrong. Don't inherit in his enemies, because tomorrow you'll find that those people that you thought were his enemies are his best friends, and you'll be left out. Be careful when you are handling his friends. Inherit his friends, but his enemies, let him deal with them the way he made them. After going through it all, I had a chance to marry. If I had a chance to marry him, I would marry him again. I would be happy to do it. But this time, I would marry him knowing I'm marrying a politician, not just an engineer only. But Raila never really stopped being a production engineer. It has been said, but he also practiced it. He started the East African Spectre, the company that manufacturing gas cylinders, and that is thriving in that. Those who are working for East African Spectre, please try to keep up his legacy of making it a real big industry that Raila intended it to be. Raila was always disturbed by the fact that Kenya was not moving as fast as he expected. At the time of independence, Kenya was at par with countries like South Korea, with countries like Thailand. I think we're even ahead of many other large countries. But these countries have moved very fast. They've moved very fast to be first world countries. Kenya, we are still dragging a little. This thing can be changed. I've traveled in many countries. In 1995, during the International Women's Decade that was in Beijing, we went to Beijing, the women of the world went to Beijing, and what I noticed that the tallest building in Beijing was a 4-story building, and it was a hotel. I also noticed, that's me, that many of the people who are working in Beijing, the Chinese, they were wearing what we call overalls, the things that industrialists wear in the factory. They were either yellow, red, blue, green, or any other. And everybody was moving in a rickshaw. Go to Beijing today, you can see a different world. It can be done. Even in Kenya, we can change it. With hard work, determination, focus, we can change our country. And as I'm talking here, I know we have leaders here. Please focus in changing the country. Let's not seek leadership to enrich ourselves. Let's not seek leadership to acquire wealth for ourselves, but acquire wealth for Kenya and acquire wealth for our generation to come. In the name of Raila, I appeal that we focus on national wealth instead of personal wealth. I appeal that we work on quality education, education that will lead us to be people that God made us to be. I appeal that we have our nation in order, correct our health institutions so that it give us the kind of life that we need to live. There are many others. Dear Kenyans, today I surrender Raila to friends, family, and patriots who went ahead of him. I surrender Raila to eternity, and I surrender Raila to all the ages. I know he's comfortable where he is. I know he deserves to be in the company where he is. And I pray that when my time comes, I'll join him there in heaven realms. Fare thee well, my dear husband. Fare thee, Jane, father of our children. Fare you well, the friends of many. If you were to start again, I would be there with you. Thank you, and may God bless you all for being here.
Your Excellencies, fellow mourners, we have given the family ample time to eulogize and pay tribute to our departed leader, I want to request that the speakers that will come from now to focus on the occasion of today and be very brief, and other than perhaps the President and the retired President and President Obasanjo, everyone else, no one should speak for more than 3 minutes, otherwise we'll be here until night. I want to urge us respectively to dignify the day by being brief and to the point. I want to request Honorable Miri of Jambo to come and read out in acknowledgement all the names of the members of Parliament present and say a few things before, after she finishes, so that I don't keep on coming here. We will have Senator Ledama Olekina. Both the two of them are the minority whips. Senator Olekina will come and introduce the senators.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all the dignitaries here, Mama Ida, the small family of Baba, and the larger family of Baba, including the international family, I greet you in the name of our Lord God Jesus Christ. Your Excellency, my task is very little. As you know, sometimes I am called a bad girl. But for the sake of Baba today, when you are sending Baba, a man I respect and to whom I owe my political career to, I will be a good girl. Thank you very much. I told you I'll be a good girl and I do what I'm told. So before I go on to introduce the members of Parliament, because that's how good I'm going to be, I'll request Honorable Dr. Ida Odinga to please join us back on stage. Karibu Mama and Pole Sana, we are with you.
These things, some things start early. When I was speaking here, I'm being reminded that I did not introduce the grandchildren. Raila had grandchildren. The ones who are here, we start with Safi.
Hello, everybody. Oh, okay. I have a short speech, so I will say my short speech for everybody. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good today. Thank you all for coming to have us mourn my grandfather. Today I stand before you not only as a Kenyan mourning the loss of a national icon, but a grandchild mourning the loss of our grandfather, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. While the world might remember him as the people's president, a political giant, a freedom fighter, I will always remember him as a man of quiet strength, fierce love, and unshakable purpose, my Babu, my hero. It is very hard to say goodbye to somebody, especially when you thought that person was immortal. I think of this situation as the ending of a great TV show. Like movie critics, we should focus not only on the ending, but what made the ending so impactful. The patient listener, a gentle teacher, the grandfather who never let the weight of the world stop him from showing up for all his family members, laughing with wisdom and with patience. When I was in school, I was part of a play. I wasn't the main character. I wasn't even a side character. I was a mere backup singer. I remember telling my grandfather how happy I was to be in this play, and how I couldn't bear being in it. And I remember telling him. And I remember the morning of they were getting ready, they marked it for a chopper. My grandfather had managed to make it to my event. This is to show the type of person he was. No matter how big or small the achievement, he would always make sure to be there and make it known how proud of you he was. He had a way of making you feel like you were the most important person in the room. As I stand here looking at your casket, I'm not afraid to admit that my next achievement will be 10 times heavier, knowing that one of my biggest cheerleaders is no more. So today, as we bid him farewell, we are not just burying a man, we are burying a legend. And I want to say this especially to my Kenyan people. We are the legacy. If you ever doubted your voice, doubted that you mattered, remember him. If you ever felt too small to make a difference, remember him. Remember, he was not born a legend. He became one by showing up, by speaking up and refusing to sit down and be silent when it was easier. I used my time to keep this legacy alive and remind the nation that not only was there so much greatness in him, but there's as much greatness in you as well. To quote him, you can only live once, but if you live it right, once is enough. Joey! 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 Thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm Safi. And I go to school in the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I now use this opportunity to introduce my other cousins. Come on.
Hello, everybody. My name is Odinga. I stand here before you not just as a young Kenyan, but as a proud granddaughter of the now Honorable Raila Odinga. To the world, he's a statesman, a leader, a freedom fighter, a symbol of Kenya's struggles for democracy and justice. But to me, he's always been more than the headlines, crowns, or politics. To me, he's my grandfather, a warm, wise. He was always warm, wise, and always full of stories, laughter, and love. Some of my earliest memories of my grandpa are sitting beside his side, listening to all the stories he told me about our country, about where we've come from, and about why he chose to fight, and about Kenya. And I really miss him, and I still can't believe this is happening. Rest in peace, Baba.
There's also Raila Odinga, who unfortunately is not here with us. But as soon as he arrives, he will be able to speak for himself. Now we have Safi and Senai. These are children of Rosemary. Alai is a son of my late son, Fidel Castro Odinga. He's the one who is not here with us today. But yeah, it's like. Then we have Amolo Odinga, and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. The two boys are the sons of Junior. May God bless you. Now you know who the leaders are. Thank you for the night.
There are many people who have taken after Baba in that family because Baba. So hold your hand, and we will hold the hands of Winnie, we will hold the hands of Rosemary, and we will hold the hands of Junior. I would like to request the members of the National Assembly who are here to be upstanding. Rene Mayaka, you will help me from where you are. If I forget anybody, I've declared you my assistant. And if I call you, you sit down, so that if I don't call you, I will know who I have not called. So I don't have anything against you, even though at heart I'm Gen Z. There's a disease that has caught up with me of late. It's called menopause. So we are led by Honorable Moses Wetangula as a speaker. He is not standing. And I would want to acknowledge the area member of Parliament, Honorable Gideon Ochanda. I want to acknowledge the woman representative of this area, Honorable Dr. Christine Ombaka. The rest I'll call you very quickly, but I know Kimani and Junet will have a chance, the parliamentary leadership, but I'll just acknowledge you. Honorable Kimani Ichungwa, Honorable Junet Mohammed, Honorable Owen Baya, and Honorable Mark Mwenje. Those are in the leadership. I wish to acknowledge Honorable Peter Kaluma, Honorable Rashid Bedzimba, Honorable Rachel Ameso, former Member of Parliament but also PSC Commissioner, Chief, Honorable Farah Maalim, Honorable George Aladwa, Honorable Adipo Kwame, the tallest man in Parliament, Honorable Mugabe Innocent, Honorable Otiende in the committee, Honorable Tom Odege, Honorable TJ Kajwang, Honorable Nabi Nabwera, Honorable Elisha Odiambo, Honorable Gertrude Mbeyu, Honorable Felix Jalango, aka Jalas, Honorable John Ariko, Honorable Fatuma Mohammed Full Network, Honorable Rosa Buyu Duase, Honorable Eva Kinyo Bara, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, Honorable Esther Pasaris, Honorable Irene Mayaka, Honorable Babu Owino, Honorable Naika Johnson, Honorable Oku Kaunya, Honorable Dr. Samuel Atandi, Chair of Budgets, Honorable Shakil Shabir, Honorable Oyula, Honorable Mark Nyabita, Honorable Aduma Uwar, Honorable Joshua Ngeno, Honorable Tindi Mwale, Honorable Badi Twali, Honorable Dr. Lilian Gogo, Honorable Jared Okello, Honorable Koyo Wura, Honorable Mishi Mboko, who is also a PSC. Myself, William Diambo, of course. Honorable Chonga, Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Honorable Dix, Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, who is also the chairman of Dual, Honorable Oscar Nabulindo, Honorable Peter Masara,
Honorable Jane Kagiri, Honorable Mark Mwenje, Honorable Manduku, Honorable Rehab Mukami, Honorable Doris Donya, Honorable Lilian Sioi, Honorable Sabina Chege, Honorable Irene Njoki, Honorable Geoffrey Odanga, Honorable Caleb Amisi, Honorable Naisula Lesuda, Honorable Osogo, Honorable Wilberforce, Honorable Carrillo Daniel, Honorable Amina Mohammed, Honorable Fatou Mohammed, Honorable Beatrice Sadagala, Honorable Hussein Waitan, Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Mogaka Stephen, Honorable Zambia, Honorable Mawade, Honorable Stephen Mule, Honorable Caroline Geleche, Honorable George Kariuki, Honorable Jade Rokelo, Honorable Steve Mogaka, Honorable Cynthia Alpha Ondieki Meruka, Honorable Ikawa Fred, Honorable Clemens Lawyer, Honorable Karoli Omondi, Honorable, I think I mentioned Shakir Shab. Yes, Ron. I can't. Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Catherine Omanyo, Honorable Fatuma Jeho, Honorable Amina Mnyazi, Honorable Kombe, Honorable Vachele. Anybody remaining? I think I am done with the National Assembly and Your Excellency the day. Oh, Honorable Boko Milema, you are hidden there, that's why I can't see you. Thank you. And Deputy President, I just want to say that I talked to Baba on Monday evening when he was with Adiambo, and I want to confirm that what he said the same thing to me, that we need to be united as a party. And he told me in Kijaluo, God, a cheer. Told me jokingly. Baba also told me jokingly, because when I asked him, Baba, how are you? He told me, I am fine. In fact, in the morning I walked all around. I am even surprised there are people who have killed me in Kenya and have already buried me. I want to tell you, as Jokanyanam, that for those who killed Baba and buried Baba before his time, because we are Christians, we forgive you. But we will never forget. But we also want to tell you, that for those who stood with Baba, for those who stood with Baba, for those who, we shall never forget. And I want to tell you, and I want to thank you, Your Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, that you do not understand. I know some of us look strong.
I was in State House the morning you broke the news, and amongst the duo, in the political class that day, I was the only ODM person. I didn't understand what Pinyo Chama meant until the president broke the news as we sat. Said, I have bad news. I think it was 7 in the morning. And he said, but even before he said I knew, I don't know how I knew. And Mr. President, Your Excellency, the longest journey I have walked, if you don't know, was from your office to where I left my car. I almost collapsed twice. I am strong, but the death of Baba is the hardest thing those who believe in his ways have had to deal with. And when you sent us, you removed the women, and I thank you for your sensitivity. And you told us to go and stand with Mama Ida. I thank you for that sensitivity. We shall never forget. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you. Let me take this opportunity to invite Ledama or Lekina to welcome the Senate. And as he's coming, Jokanyanam, Donguyena Mundagone Baburiti, Donguyena Mundagone Baburiti, Donguyena Mundagone Baburiti, Agone Baburiti, Agua. Baba, Word Mary, Pidung Burukionge Baba.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the Speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate, all mourners here, the ODM fraternity, good afternoon. I stand here today before I introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I just want to say that I've been shaking ever since I had the news that Baba is no more. Baba taught me a lot. There is a lot that he shared with me. Occasionally when we had private lunches, when we traveled together. And I remember, because this is very personal to me, that on the day that we lost our election at Bomas of Kenya, and I was admitted at the hospital after having been hit, Baba called me and told me one thing. He said to me, my son, what is important is the unity of this country. Your health is more important. Our victory has just been delayed, but it is inevitable, it is coming. Today, I want to speak to all of us here that Baba spoke for us for generations. He spoke for us for decades. Baba is no longer there to speak for us. It is now us, it is upon us to be able to speak for ourselves, to make sure that we do what is right for Baba. Before Baba went, he showed us the way. He brought us to the broad-based government. And I want to tell you, that is where we are. And Mr. President, I want to assure you that, we always say that Baba is right. Baba was right when he was alive, and Baba is still right when he's lying and when he's in heaven. Baba will always say, let's go right, and will not question. And I want to assure you, Mr. President, for what you've done for us, we shall remain united to be able to go the way Baba wanted us to go, to remain in the broad-based government. There are challenges ahead, but we are determined. Let me take this opportunity to introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I'd like to request all my colleagues in the Senate to please stand up. I'll start by introducing, but I know they will have time to be able to speak. But we're led by two eloquent and able leaders. The majority leader, Aaron Cheriot. We have the minority leader, Stuart Mazayo from Kilifi. And then my deputy, Edwin Sifuna. Who is also the Secretary General for the ODM party. The distinguished senator from Vihiga, who is also the chair of CPIC, Geoffrey Osoti. Then I have a man who's never gone to law school but is a lawyer. The senator from Busia, Okiyo Mtata. My dear sister, Senator Hamida, who's always been right where Baba is, nominated senator. And then we have the women's president, Beth Siango, nominated senator from ODM. Then we have senior counsel, who is also a member of the Parliamentary Service Commission, and senator from Nyamira, his name is running away from my head, Okongo Omogeni. And then we have a young man who I love and respect, who has always been very, very close to Baba, Senator Eddie Okech. Thank you for what you did for Baba. We have Baba's daughter from the north, Senator Hezena Lemalatia. Then we have my brother, Senator from Homa Bay, a man I love so much, and a man who loved Baba so much. Senator Moses Kajwang, who is also the chair of PAC. Then we have Bunge FM. Her name is Senator Miraj from Mombasa. We also have a former governor of Western Gishu County, Senator Governor Mandago. We have, the next is Senator Catherine Muma, who is also a member of the Speaker's panel. We have a distinguished senator from Homa Bay, and her name is Beatrice Ogola. And then we have a man who speaks Swahili, and a very good man from Embu, and his name is Senator Mundigi. We have, next to Senator Mundigi, we have VIP. Baba was magnanimous. The only virtually impaired senator we have in Kenya, who is a lady of our own standard. Her name is Senator Crystal Asige. Next to Crystal Asige, we have a senator from Nairobi, and her name is Hello? Senator Montet. And then next to her is, this is Betty Montet. And then next to her is my dear sister from Nairobi. And I'm sure you know her very well. I'm forgetting her name again. I'm just joking, man. Come on. How can I forget Karen Nyamu? Next to Karen Nyamu, we have Senator from Taita Taveta, who is Senator Mwaruma. Next to Senator Mwaruma is we have Senator from Machakos County, Senator Agnes Mudhama. Then next to Agnes Mudhama, we have the Deputy Minority Leader of the Senate, Senator Wambua from Kitui County. Then on my left, I have Senator from Kisumu County, Tom Ojenda. And then on the far right there, we have Senator from Kisii County, Senator Onyonka. And then finally, we also have a Senator from Bungoma County. I'm trying to remember his name. Senator Okoli. And then finally is a senator from Siaya County, the youth leader, Oburu Odinga. Now, before I hand over the mic to the Deputy President, this is a message for all of us here in Kenya. I know a lot of people are expecting that the ODM will fight, that the ODM will have different facets. I want to assure Kenyans that as long as God gives us time on this earth, we will follow Baba's footsteps. Baba said, we stay together, and that is the last message that he left for us. And I do hope that we can all come together to be able to ensure that we'll fulfill the dreams and aspirations of our hero. Baba, I will miss you. The Maasai nation will miss you. You stood firm with us when we are fighting for our land rights. We will never forget that. When you go and you meet Olenti Mama, please say hello to him. When you meet all those Maasai leaders, Ole Sankale, Ole Tip Tip, including even Saitoti, please say hello to them and tell them that the current generation will keep the fire that you left burning, continuing burning. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
I now want to invite the chair of ODM, Governor Gladys Wanga, to come and invite a few speakers from the party.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Baba's family, Mama Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga, Rosemary, Junior, Winnie, the larger Jaramogi family, fellow mourners, allow me to bring my condolences on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, my husband George, who is here, and on behalf of the great people of Homa Bay, for the loss of our father, the loss of our leader, the loss of Baba. We celebrate the life of a patriot, the life of Agwambo Wunyalego, the life of Tinga, the life of the Enigma, the life of Juan Fidel, Owaga Kinyi. And allow me, on behalf of the party, to thank you, Min Ping. Receive gratitude from a grateful party for taking care of Baba all these years, the 50 plus years. If you are a woman and person here, Baba would have come back sometimes and found you not there. You stood firm beside him. And for that, we say, thank you very much. Over the last 20 years, Baba built a national, vibrant, and dynamic party, the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party, which has its members from Vanga in Kwale to Todonyang in Turkana, from Wajir up north to Nyatike Wotorumo and Mageta Island here in Siaya. To the over 7 million members of the ODM party, who and some of whom are not here, but are mourning across the country, we say pole. But we say we remain focused and Baba's spirit lives on. The over 1.3 million ODM party officials, from polling stations to branches to counties, najua mko hapa, nataka kuwaona kwa mkono, our grassroots officials of the ODM party, mahali popote ambayo mko, nikisema ODM mnipe tuko tayari. ODM! ODM! Our message is simple, because Baba was our true north. And today, we may not find him to consult him, but we must ask ourselves, in any situation, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of unity of the country or division, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of hate or love, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of exclusion or inclusion, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of hope or despair, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of whether tukuwe watu wa Man U ama Arsenal, Baba atachagua gani? Lazima tujiulize, what would Baba do? Your Excellency, our President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, allow me to thank you on behalf of the party for the honor and dignity that you have granted to our father, our patriot, as he lies here as an elaborate state burial, which you have overseen personally. We thank you, and we do not take it for granted any bit. You designated our Deputy President, Kithure Kindiki, to lead it. Thank you, Professor. Our brother, Dr. Ray, thank you for all the running around that you have done during this process. Your Excellency, we only ask you for one more honor. Ile stadium yetu ambayo inakuja kubwa sana, 60,000 capacity, tunaita kwa kizungu magnificent. Tunaomba kama chama, hiyo ikuwe na jina Raila Odinga Talanta Stadium, Nairobi. Alafu, since wewe pia ni mtu ya Arsenal, next year, ukiimaliza, Baba alikuwa Arsenali, wewe pia ni Arsenali. Ulete Arsenal hapo, wacheze na Harambee Stars, the Raila Odinga Memorial Cup next year. Na watu wa Man U wajipange siku hiyo, watafute shughuli nyingine. Your Excellency, finally, we said always that this our father, when he says left, we go left. When he says right, we go right. When he says fire, we fire. The last instruction he left us with, and with a very clear mind. And I remember him speaking at the burial of the late Dr. Phoebe Asio, and he said he made a clear decision to work with you for the stability and unity of the nation inside the broad-based government. That is the last standing instruction that Baba gave us. And as a people and as a party, that is where we will stand. Jothurwa, Jothurwa, Baba no when wawachka. sirkal mar broadbase ni mokao ya wuotwa tindo rito pesa, tindo rito mach, tindo rito bunde. Kanye mababa nowewa, kanye magwambo nowewa, jothurwa, kanye mwabete koso wakelo machanganyiko, kanye mwabete koso wakelo machanganyiko, kanye mwabete koso wakelo machanganyiko, kanye mwabete koso wakelo machanganyiko. Joma bet kanyo fuana uru badwe yamo. Mano tik, mano sekado. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility as the chairman of the party. Unajua baba alisema, wewe DJ, hapana leta nini? Hapana leta nini? Sasa DJ asilete nini? Bas. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility to invite certain members, just a few, of our ODM party to also get an opportunity to say very brief tributes to Baba. We have with us our Care. The Care is not a party member, but is a leader of the Luo. So I want to invite our Care. Oh, he's a bit far. So as the Care comes, because he will take a bit of time, I want to invite somebody to invoke the spirits. And since Ajiki, Winnie already invited Nyabungu to invoke the spirits, I want to invite Owaka. As he comes, please invoke the spirits of Ramogi so that they can come down.
Joey! Joey! Hola! Hola, 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 hola. Joey! Joey! Raila ina tuture, winyo mangongo, akwambo ina tuture, winyo mangongo, winyo majayo akugwen. Raila ina tuture, winyo mangongo, Raila ina tutuni, winyo mangongo, winyo majayo akugwen. Joey! Joey! Luo! Wachok luo! Luo nigi mare! Siminya ima, min yoro tege nora ukara chuanyore. Olibe namdirio, kanyaro dukuru mena. Migori usuna, kamanura degi wude. Hallelujah, luonorit, pinyingima. Joey! 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 Thank you.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, Mama Ida, Ginyithinde duto, gi familia majo Kajaramogi. Akelo numos mamara mondo ukaw kuyo mamara kako dungiranda musiep Raila. Jokanyana muntie. Jokanyana muntie. Joluo untie. Adwa wuoyo kodu matin ahinya. Adwa wuoyo kuomu kod ng'ama kuom ng'ama ng'eyo. Raila wuonya lego musiepna. Akwa mondo uchiki tu jokanyana. Joluo untie. Satana shindwe. Satana shindwe. Akwayo oganda luo. Akwayo oganda luo. Nikech wan gi welo. Welo mwa kuonde duto. Mondo uyuak Raila gi kwe. Mondo welo biwa gi kwe. Kapok adhi nyime. Kwayo jodongo mwa kamora mora ma jaduong'. Ng'ama iluongo ni jaduong'. Miluongo ni Elda mondo amalo ting' bade. Jaduong' yoyote kama entie, jodongo mwa Mombasa, jodongo mwa Nakuru, jodongo mwa Kitale, jaduong' mwa kamora mora, jokanya na mutie. Adwa wacho du story matin. Joluo adwa wacho du story matin. Raila wunya lego monindo kani. Raila ne wan ga jela. Raila ni manyani to anan kamiti. Chieng' moro higa 87 ng'ato bire jela. To donjo kuma ji ok donjie kuma ok dware ji. To ting'o nambane ni ber to dok. Bang' juma chielo chako duogo kendo chako dok. Chieng' mar adek koduogo to okona niya, nawe luor ka dhako, gimokele ka gimalich ahinya, ni bunde gi pesa ma Raila nomiye, to ne wan ji 4 kende, ne wan go kucha 2 gi jabalo achiel. Na malo minago ni ng'ani ubi ni jogo senego Raila ibilo gibiro nega dibilo koni. Uwinjo wachno. Aneno mang'eny e sirikal marach manenego ji. Achiegni gi weyo tadwa wachonu noganda mondo riwre. Raila njoriwa wate. Akwajo luo. Nyithi luo miluongo ni Gen Z. Riwre uru kikupogu mondo kochopo higa 27 to wago kura maber. Yanda wacho ne president ni mondo ng'e joluo gi wenge 2 to kong'iyo wa gi wenge 2 wabiro ng'iyo gi wenge 3. Warito kode higni mabiro goeko mondo wane kaka wuod lang'o tiyo kodwa. To akwayo kama Raila wewa broad based government. Joluo bedu kanyo. Joluo bedu kanyo. Tine wao mach. Awacho duka we unia. Nyocha an ga ogudu mar wakoni. Joluo makonge mayando kelo na. To joluo gi openja. Ito bwana ker. Joluo ma ungo gi gin milion adi. Sakone di 1 million 4. To konu time ngo gi mon. Uwinjo wachni. Ang'o mono mon nyuol. Akwayo uni kawuono kuwa ka duchak Raila te. Pero kamano mama.
Koro kigoko ka inya nikech chako Raila ok tich mayot. At this juncture, allow me to ask all MCAs, wherever you are, to please rise. MCAs wote, tafadhali muamuke, so that you're recognized. Our speakers of the county assemblies, we recognize you. Asanteni sana. God bless you for coming. Mketi tafadhali. And now let me invite the Honorable Dr. James Nikal, MP for Seme, Chair of the Health Committee, and Chairman of Duol, to come and speak on behalf of all MPs of this region.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the family of Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Dr. Buru, Mom and the children, all the distinguished guests. I am chair of the caucus of Luo MPs. And I want, first of all, thank the family of the departed Raila Molo Odinga for supporting him while he gave his life totally to the people of Kenya, and particularly to us politicians. I also want to thank the President of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, for the befitting send-off and the care he took of our departed leader. I also want to thank him for the cooperation Raila Odinga that, in my view and everybody's view, has stabilized this country. We, as a caucus, will work within the ideals of our party, ODM. That is the party of Raila, whose ideals are a united one Kenya, respect for democracy, respect for justice and human rights, and above all, service to the people. Raila believed the only purpose of power is to improve the welfare of people and give them the services they deserve. To that extent, he hated corruption. And those are the ideals of the party he has left us, and those are the ideals we shall live with. The last consultation we have with him as a caucus, he told us, as you work with the government, which is the broad-based government, make sure Kenyans get services that they deserve. Going forward, I will advise you. But now he's gone. We will live by the ideals of ODM as led by the acting party leader, his brother, Oburu Odinga. ODM, Juturwa, mane party wa, mbaka mwago kwa demugi ke duol. No wacho ni kako gande nyaku riuru kemimio en wangi teko, wacho ni kata teko ne uoke riuru kwa, nyaku bed gimoradi achiel. Marario, ODM e party wa makwa we ODM kamora moramo wantie to walal. ODM. Juthuro party wa enango. ODM. And that's where we are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nyikal. At this juncture, I'd like to ask our National Executive Committee to please rise wherever you are. The National Executive Committee of the party, tafadhali tusimame for recognition. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much, the National Executive Committee. I want to specifically recognize our Executive Director, Odoro Ngwen, and our Finance Director, Joshua Kawino. All the other NEC members except Central Committee members, mbaki mkisimama, mkae. All others, please sit. Central Committee members, please remain standing. Central Committee members of the party. Together with our Vice Chairpersons, I just want to recognize you. Our Vice Chairperson, Dr. Otienda Molo, our Professor Peter Nyang Nyongo, who's also in the Central Committee of the party, our Deputy Party Leader, Abdul Somad. The Deputy Party Leaders, I'll pass you and the SG because you'll come and speak, just sit. Our Whip, who is Honorable Millie Mabona, Honorable Rosa Buyu, who's the Director of Political Affairs, our President for the Women, Beth Siengo, our Vice Chair, Honorable Ariko from Turkana, our youth president Ketora, our vice chair Senator Mwaruma from Taita Taveta, the party's treasurer Timothy Bosire, and no, the next members just be vice chair Christine Lemein. Amevaki Masai. Oh, no. Something is covering her. Christine Lemein, our vice chair from Narok. Asante sana. Please just be seated. I would now like to invite our Secretary General of the party, Senator Sifuna, to come and make his remarks.
Asante sana. Asante sana kwa familia ya baba yetu, rafiki yetu, kiongozi wetu, rafiki yetu ambaye ametulea sisi vijana katika siasa, wakiongozwa na Mama Aida, ndugu yangu Raila Junior, na dada zangu wawili Winnie na Rosemary. Mheshimiwa Rais na viongozi wote ambao wamefika hapa, na wasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Hamjambo? Hamjambo tena? Hebu unipungie mkono kama unaniona, hata wa kanisa. Asante. Asante. Mimi ndio Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache pale kwenye Senate. Zaidi ya yote, mimi ni kijana wa baba. Waheshimiwa wote ambao wamefika hapa leo, I have been extremely privileged. It is the privilege of my life to have met Baba, to have studied under his feet, to have learned all that I have learned from him, and finally to serve him as his Secretary General for the last 8 years. I will eternally be grateful to you, Jacom, for the opportunity that you gave me. I have never had opportunity to ask why you picked me, Baba. Tumekuwa na wewe katika sherehe kama hizi nyingi sana, na wakati moja tulikuwa tunaulizana, mimi nilikuwa najua nikifariki Baba atakuwa kwa mazishi yangu. Nilikuwa najiuliza, Baba, if you came to my burial, what would you say about Sifuna? Na nikajiuliza, what will I say on that dreadful day when we have to bury our Baba, our mentor, our leader? Words fail me. Na since Baba akuwe mgonjwa alipoenda nje kutafuta matibabu, asanteni, nimekuwa nikijiuliza, wherever Baba is, what is it that I can say or do that will actually make him proud? What are the things that we should do as a leadership of the party right now to make Baba smile from wherever he is? And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Na lazima sisi kama viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu wetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako Baba, ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Amolo Odinga. Baba, because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba, I as Sifuna will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together. Even in the face of open provocation, Baba, you know what I am talking about. You know why I'm saying that. So, mimi nataka niseme ya kwamba vile Reverend Wesonga ametuambia hapa, Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Na mimi nataka kuencourage wanachama wa ODM. Sisi viongozi sasa tunyamaze kidogo, tusikie nyinyi mnasema nini. Nyinyi mtuambie mnataka tufanye nini na chama cha baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Namaliza nikisema baba Raila Amolo Odinga alizungumza wazi mbele ya nchi nzima tarehe 22 mwezi uliopita mbele ya hawa wabunge katika hoteli ya Agile pale Nairobi. Baba aliongea kwa kinywa chake mwenyewe, na waomba viongozi msiingize maneno kwa mdomo ya mtu ambaye amelala. Alisema yeye mwenyewe, akasema kama chama lazima tujiandae kwa ajili ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2027. Na wale ambao wanaeneza mambo mengine hapa, baba alisema who has told you? Who has told you? Who has told you? Kwa hivyo sisi tutafuata the last standing instruction ya baba ambaye alitoa chini ya siku 23 ambazo zimepita kabla afariki. Kwa hayo mengi, ni jukumu langu pia kama katibu mkuu wa chama. Mheshimiwa Rais, ilinivunja moyo sana kwamba baba alitoka Nairobi bila kusikia sauti za watu wa Nairobi wakisema tuko tayari. Sasa ni jukumu la hawa ambao wamefika hapa leo. Nataka mseme chant ya chama cha ODM mpaka baba ajue anazikwa na wanachama wa ODM. Nikisema ODM, tunasema tuko tayari. Muko tayari? Muko tayari? ODM! 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 Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much, our SG. Our party leader, when we were saying members of the Central Committee, you did not rise, but I want to recognize you. Our party leader, who's the chair of the Central Committee, Dr. Oburu Oginga, the chairman of the Central Committee. Wamama wa chama cha ODM, hebu muamke, because baba alikuwa mtetezi wetu. Baba could fight for us even personally. Please just... Please wave tafadhali. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, allow me to invite to speak to us the governor of Migori County, Governor Ochilo Mbogo Ayako.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Madam Aida Betty Odinga, all the dignitaries present and all the protocols observed. Nyasaye ber, seche duto. I want to take this opportunity to bring the condolence of the great people of Migori, the condolence of my family, and the condolences of all the living things from Migori County. I want to say that we are so sorry. We have lost our leader, we have lost our mentor, we have lost our alter ego. But I also want to say one thing because I'm cognizant of the time. Not many people are aware of the fact that His Excellency President Ruto was a founder member of ODM. Allow me to remind all of us who are here today that in 2005, when there was a movement to bring the new constitution to this nation, that movement was headed by Baba. And in that movement, the current President of the Republic of Kenya, President Ruto, was in that movement. Uhuru Kenyatta was in that movement. Professor Nyong'o was in that movement. Na hata mimi Ochilo Ayako, I was in that movement. I am saying so in remembrance of Baba because Baba knew how to put teams together. Baba brought everybody as a team and ensured that he was focused that Kenyans were to have a new constitution. And mimi nikiwa mtu wake wa mkono wakati huo, I was a minister and a young one, a one that was very fearful. So I went to Baba and asked him, you are a minister in this new administration. I am the youngest minister in this new administration. And you have said we should take a stand for the people of Kenya. I am saying so to confirm that Baba never betrayed the people of Kenya when the interest of the people of Kenya was ahead of everybody. Baba sacrificed everything he wanted. So I want to say, tukumbuke Baba, tumkumbuke kwa ile msimamo alichukua, na sisi zote tuendelee hivyo. Asanteni sana na Mungu atubariki.
Thank you so much. As we remember that we are in the solemn occasion of sending off our father, our leader, our statesman, an occasion being watched from across the world. I would now like to invite to speak to us the founding Secretary General of the ODM party and the Governor of Kisumu County, His Excellency, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o.
Jothur wa umor. Okang'eno umor nikech waiko wuoda malicha ahinya, ok onyal bedo joma mor. ODM! 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 Atimo mos ni piny mangima. Kwa biro kaka wuono, niwago riti, jatendwa mageno, mosegero piny Kenya ga Afrika mangima. Kawanka in front of our father, Dr. Basanjo, from Nigeria. Mwaseti yogo kinde mang'eny, ODM, Raila and myself, we have visited him at his farm, and he gave us strong support in the struggle for the second liberation. Secondly, I want to say today, I have known Baba for a long time. He is my Rika. When there was in 2005, a very important decision to be made in this nation between the Kilifi draft constitution and the Bomas draft constitution. The Kilifi draft basically denied Kenyans the opportunity to have devolution and wanted Kenya to continue as highly centralized nation. The type that Mzee Kenyatta handed over to Moi, Moi continued with it. By the time that referendum was held, the nation was ready for change. And Baba led the orange color. There were two colors, or two symbols for that referendum. Bananas and oranges. Bananas were defenders of the old constitution and the centralized government. Orange was for change and for devolution. That is the origin of the Orange Democratic Movement. Orange Democratic Movement cannot continue as a party without strong support of devolution and giving services to the grassroots of our nation. And therefore today we sit here mourning and said goodbye to the father of ODM, to the father of making sure that every government that comes after that referendum will continue to focus on service to the people, will continue to hold the common man as the common man and woman at the center of government and government policies. On Monday, the 3rd of October, Dennis Onyango called me on Sunday and told me that you need to go and see Baba on tomorrow, the 3rd of October. I left Kisumu in the evening of Sunday to make sure that I was at Jacom's house very early in the morning. We spent a whole morning together. And he said, Wadgi Mary, he used to call me Wadgi Mary, the brother of Mary. And I would call him Iwonya Lego. Wadgi Mary, adwani time gimoroka. Kaukinde ni, monindiki e pepa moro. Manyalo deal with this issue of tribalism. The word tribe came from the colonialists. As far as Kenyans are concerned, we knew people as Jo, Jo Luo, Jo Kikuyu, Jakamba, the people of. And therefore the word tribe is a retrogressive word and concept. Do a paper on the issue of nationalities and the state, the modern state, so that the central committee of the party can discuss it and put it before the party as the understanding of the people of the party on tribalism and the death of tribalism and the birth of nationalities are the only progressive concept in democratic times. ODM! ODM! Asante sana.
Asante sana, Professor. We now are getting towards the end of this session, and I've gotten to our deputy party leaders. Before I invite the first, let me recognize Honorable Walter Owino, MP Awendo, who is also here with us. Let me now invite Senator Godfrey Osotsi, Senator of Vihiga, and deputy party leader of the ODM party.
Familia ya baba kiongozwa na mama Aida, His Excellency the President, the Deputy President, and all protocol observed. Mimi yangu ni fupi. Kwanza tupokee salamu ya baba. Salamu ya baba kwa hewa. Ya kwanza, tarehe 2